Hey guys, it's Shelby from Big Cat Creative, and in this video, we are going to talk about privacy policies and terms and conditions, what they are, why you need them, and how to add them to your Squarespace website. So, first things first, what exactly am I talking about? Your privacy policy and terms and conditions are essentially legal policies that need to be added to your website in order to protect your business and those that visit your site. A privacy policy specifically outlines how a website collects, uses, discloses, and manages personal information of its visitors. So, this is your way of saying, hey, thank you for visiting my website. We really respect your privacy. This is obviously nice to have for the respect of your visitors, but in many places, it's also legally required to have some kind of privacy policy. So it's generally really nice to include this just to make sure you're covering all of your legal bases. Your terms and conditions, on the other hand, are the rules and guidelines that users are essentially agreeing to when they use your website. So, this is kind of like the law of your site. And they're really important because they help protect your business and are essentially your website's first line of defense against any potential legal issues. Now, if that all seems just a bit overwhelming, don't worry, you're totally not alone, which is why we've comprised a full blog post breaking down the ways that you can get these documents without needing a law degree yourself. There are a lot of ways to find templates for these documents. Some of our favorites are the Creative Law Shop, Your Legal BFF, and also the Big Three package from Disclaimer Templates. But there are also a lot of other ways to have these policies generated, including free policy generators. So if you want some more information on all of those different options, be sure to view the full blog post, which will be linked in the description below this video. Okay, now that you've gone through exactly what you need for your privacy policy and your terms and conditions, and you've decided how you're going to draft them for your own business, you'll need to actually add them to your Squarespace website once you have them in hand. To do this, you'll first want to gather all of your documents and anything that might go along with them, make sure that everything is correct, double check them for errors or missing information, and then head into the back end of your Squarespace website. From here, you'll click into Website to access your Pages panel. Within your Pages panel, you'll find a section called Not Linked. Any pages added under the Not Linked section will still be accessible on your website, they just won't show up in your main navigation menu. This is particularly useful for your privacy policy and terms and conditions because you definitely want them to be accessible on your website, but you don't want to overcrowd your primary navigation by putting these pages front and center. So to go ahead and add these under Not Linked, click the little plus sign, click on Blank Page, and then where it says New Page, you can go ahead and add your new page name. So when adding these pages, you'll want to make sure that you give them names that are super clear and straightforward so that there is no mistaking what people are looking at and what they're getting access to. Now that you have the pages created, you'll want to go ahead and add in your actual policy. So to do that, click on Edit, and then add a new blank section to the page. From here, you'll want to add a text block so that you can directly paste in your policy. To do that, click Add Block and then choose Text Block. You can then position the block wherever you want on the page, make it the size that is good for you, and then you can directly copy and paste your policy into the text block. If you've decided to use a free policy generator for your policies, you might receive your legal policy as code instead of plain text. So rather than directly copying and pasting the text into a text block, you'll want to copy the code into a code block. To do this, go to Add Block, type code into the search bar, and choose Code Block. You can then position it wherever you want on the page and click into the settings. Here, you can go ahead and delete the placeholder code and copy and paste the code directly from the policy generator. And when you're done with that, you can go ahead and click out and save your changes. Okay, now that you've created your policy pages, the last thing you'll want to do is add a link to them anywhere around your website. The most common place for this is in your footer, which makes it really easy for users to find and access your different policies on every single page of your site. To do this, click Edit, scroll down to the bottom of your page and hover over your footer, and then click Edit Site Footer. Now, depending on the design of your website, you might need to add a few additional rows to the bottom of your footer in order to fit the links you're about to add. And you can do so by clicking and dragging this little row count. Once you're happy with the amount of rows that you've added, you can then add a text block. So to do that, click Add Block and choose Text Block. You can then move this to the center of your footer and we'll go ahead and link our policy pages. So to do that, type out the name of your policy page. So we'll start out with privacy policy. And to link this page, you'll just highlight the words that you want to link. And then up in this toolbar, you'll click on the little link icon so that this window pops up. And I'm going to start typing in the name of my policy page, which is privacy policy. And if you can't fully see this window because you're down at the bottom of your page, you might need to just zoom out on your screen quickly. And here you can see my privacy policy page URL has popped up. So I'm going to click that and then click outside of that window. And you'll see that my privacy policy page has been linked. So next, we'll move on and link our terms and conditions. Same thing, go ahead and highlight what you want to link, click the little link icon, and start typing in your page name. Again, I need to zoom out a little bit more, and there's my terms and conditions page, so I'll click that, click outside, and there you go. Both of my policy pages are now linked. So you can then go ahead and format these however you want them to look in the footer, save your changes, and you're all set to go with your privacy policy and your terms and conditions linked in your footer. And there you have it. You have now added both of your policy pages to your website, and you can now fully protect your website and build trust with your visitors. Remember, if you need any more help or want some more information on how to draft these policies for yourself, go ahead and check out the full blog post, which is linked in the description, and we hope to see you in the next video.